must have had my camera the other way yesterday.
What, profile? Yes, you have it different. It looks different.
It's profile now. Wait, I'm going to put it the other way because I like when it's big.
It's half of my face missing when you do it.
No, you're just like if you take a picture profile. I know you hate that. Oh, you hate that so much.
You hate that so much.
It's like, let it be.
Huh?
Take that picture. I don't even take pictures that much anymore.
On your phone?
I'm very aware. Yeah, like I'll just try and enjoy the moment. I'm very aware that I could just Google it. That's been for a few years now.
I agree with you with that one. I was in I went on one of my dates with myself in I don't know where I went, in Stratford. I was aware that there's a moment when I was like, I'm gonna not take any more photos because you're just not quite present.
You're not in it.
In the moment. Yeah. Like you want to capture it because it's nice, but then you're missing everything because you're looking through this viewfinder. Yeah. Viewfinder, how old am I? Yeah. Okay. Hey everyone. Hey. Why did you? Okay.
It's fine. Go on.
Don't shout at me because we're recording now. People can hear how you talk to me.
I'm not shouting. I'm just taking a sharp tone.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Self-Conscious with me, Collette.
And me, Sad. No, you're Sab.
You need to find a different co-host sometimes because I think like you see the joke. The thing is, you see the joke and you know that the joke will be good, and yet you sabotage the joke for your own interest. You actually throw me under the bus. Don't appreciate that.
Unlike what you're doing right now. We're all
highlighting your errors.
Do your business.
Hey everyone. So if you're watching this on YouTube, hey, this is real. This is actual. I'm really actually bringing you into your life. As you can see, I look the same as the other two podcast episodes you would have watched because this is real. I put on the same clothes every day. That is, and I've got a treatment under here, and I've actually got a moisture DC treatment because I'm planning to use all this glorious COVID link. I say glorious because it was stressful through COVID. That's why it grew. But this, I saw you roll your eyes. I literally just caught you rolling your eyes. Did I catch you rolling your eyes?
Why? Because you literally said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk that long enough. Like, wow, you don't need any provocation.
I have done 20 to 25 to 30-minute videos on YouTube just talking to my camera. I can chat if I want to, but I have to know what my subject matter is. I have to know what my subject matter is for me to do it. It's very easy. I actually like doing that talking head thing. Anyway, yeah, really real. I've got a lot of COVID length and I'm planning to put in some extensions this week and do my hair at the right time. This is why you see all of this going on. And one of my headphones ears don't work, so I'm just getting ghetto, just doing a ghetto look.
Oh, yours one does have a mic. Yours one does have a mic.
You can hear me when I call you. I don't know how you're hearing me, but yeah, this has a mic, and it's pretty good for £1. It's pretty good, but this is my shot. Oh, you have completed your hair.
Yeah, I finished it.
Completely retwisted it.
Interlocked, yeah. I finished it last night. Oh, the fourth.
How long did you stay up for?
I just kept going after the our podcasting. I just kept going. I was forcing myself. I was like, maybe, and I didn't go to bed late or anything.
Did you feel the need?
Sometimes you just feel like just keep going. You know, like you don't want to. Like I really didn't want to. I just like. Just keep doing it. So I stopped doing that bit and I flipped this bit. Once I get to the sides, I know it's like the home run.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, oh shit, I finished it. Yeah, it was last night. So I was surprised. I don't usually do it in just a few hours. It usually goes over to the next day, but it's done now. Ticked off my list. You interlock,
don't you?
I interlocked it. Yeah.
Why is that your preferred method?
Because the type of hair I've got is it slips out very easily. So interlocking is I think better. And I don't have a loctician, so I should do it myself. I do it myself.
Technically, haven't you become a loctician? I mean, in a technical sense.
No, I mean,
Well,
not really.
not in the certified professional sense.
Yeah, but yeah, you just do your own stuff, learn your hair and all that.
I say that because if you've been braiding your hair for a while, you might get to the point where you feel comfortable to braid someone else's hair, and then you can get paid for that shit.
I've had people asking me, and I'm like, no, to lock their hair. I'm like, what? First of all, just because I have locks doesn't mean I know how to lock, but thank you. And they ask it. It's so funny. I was thinking about this today. To be fair, I probably think about this every day. They ask you as though it's a pleasure for you to do it for them. Like, oh, do my look. Are you doing it? I'm like, what? No, I don't. But I will give you the number of someone that can maybe do it for you. Wait, like it's a real pleasure. I
like that. Come again. They ask you like it's
like it's a pleasure for me.
I like that.
To do it for them. And it's not.
Genuinely how everybody rolls though, isn't it? When they ask you to do something, they sort of ask you.
No, I feel like they. I don't know if with other hair, but I feel like unless it's like shaving your head, then I'd be like, yeah, there's fun in that. But
you want to shave my head? What do you mean there's fun in that?
Huh? I mean, like it's an experience where you're like, will you shave my head for it? And if I said to you, would you shave like your head usually shaved? Yeah. If I said to you, oh, would you shave my head for me? I know that you're gonna probably enjoy that.
I actually would enjoy that. Right. I don't know why.
I enjoy it like the fun, right? But it's different from locking. That's not the same as Well, because someone, can you start my locks?
It feels like it's like is it because it's quite a job for you when you do it for you, so you feel like
that is someone's locks is a huge like you gotta sit them down, you gotta ask them the size, you gotta do this, you gotta tell them maintenance like. And they never mention I never let them get any further, but they never like say, oh, I'll pay you to do this. They never start with that because it's my pleasure. No, I didn't pay you. Yeah. No, you did it for me.
I did. I enjoyed it though. Yeah. To be fair.
Yeah, we did it in your room. 10 years next January. This January.
How long?
10 years.
You've been locked for 10 years. That's a milestone.
This January, yeah. 10 years.
How do you feel about that? You still loving it?
I think I've had to like bond with my hair. I think I disconnected from it for a while because I didn't know how to take care of it. Even though it's 10 years, I only now feel like I'm learning to actually take care of my hair because there's no two answers are the same.
There's no set method.
There's no set method. Not really, because there's so many things. You want to like get products that don't build up in your hair, that you want things that don't dry, and it's like it's you kind of have to do. I guess find your basics. So yeah, but for me, I like it short now.
It looks really nice. I like it. I mean, I like it short. Thank you. It was just amazing to see that your hair. That's one thing I like about looks. Like it's a bit like the length is there because of the method of having to do the rolling or the interlocking. It allows the hair to sit down and you can see the true length of your hair like that. But your hair grows really quickly, like super quick.
Yeah, you think so? I don't think.
Nah, it's not just me. Your hair grows super quick.
I liked that picture that we took when we were on that bridge when my hair was, when we were on the bridge. We went to
It was past armpit length. This is how we do it in the black community.
Yeah, it was up here.
Any of you who are watching or listening who are not black, in the black community, in the black hair community, there's actually a bit of controversy. Can I talk about this for a little bit before we go on to your hair length? So in the black community, hi listeners, hi. In the black community, we have different parts of our body that we call out the length of our hair. So generally people tend to do when they decide that they want to go natural, and I do that in inverted commas because I'm starting to use the word natural again because I have a problem with it. But when they want to get rid of the relaxed hair and go back to the hair in the natural state, they would do what's called a big chop. And after you've done the big chop, the next length of hair growth is called a teeny weeny afro, and it can go all the way down to teeny weeny afro to jawline, bra strap, shoulder level, bra strap, armlet, armpit. You know about this, right? Nipple.
I just say where it is.
Yeah, but we do. That's what we do. But there's like a set. There's set measurements that you're
know.
like, yeah, my hair's bra strap length, or it's like. Also, a controversy in the community is the locks versus natural. There's a lot of people who do not put locked hair under the same umbrella as natural. I don't know why, but it's not the same. And locked individuals do not get the same play in terms of like sponsorship or influencers, or they don't get the same kind of play when it comes to natural hair. I don't know why, because how's your hair not natural? It's just the state in which you carry it is different.
Seen differently, I guess.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I don't know if you know, but as someone who has a hair channel and did that for a very long time, there's a lot of like politics in there. So yes, your hair I would say was lower back.
About politics or religion now. Yeah, mine was at
bra
like
strap. At the back.
It was there.
Bra strap.
Yeah. But I didn't like it. I didn't think it did anything.
When it was blonde, it was nice.
Face.
That was nice. That was blonde. That ombre, that was nice.
I like that. But then I went to get my hair did and she put colour in and it darkened it, and
never been
that was my perfect blonde. Never been the same. But I one day I'd like to do it all the way down to my bum. But
that's a lot of maintenance in the washing department.
I know. That's why I don't want to do it. But also but my hair doesn't, like people talk about their hair getting heavy and that. I never had that.
This is why I wanted to ask you, not necessarily today, but I wanted to know because I've seen a lot of women who like in their 60s and 70s who have beginnings of alopecia because the lock itself gets heavy and pulls on the root. So is this a concern to you?
It started to be, and then I thought, law of attraction, don't go that way. I was like, okay. The end.
Okay. Sometimes it's nice for the story to short, you know what I mean? No, let's take it to a vibrational level. It's cool. Wanted to have, she specifically requested this. I was on the board, I don't know why she got so much energy, but she specifically...
Does that look like energy to you?
No, but is the one who, like, we batched 2 episodes yesterday, and that is all down to O.
Ooh.
I don't know where you're getting this from.
It's like, scared.
I don't know. And then she suggested that we do. I think she suggested, but she kind of dominated that she wanted to do a chit chat.
I didn't. I started to chit chat episode. I didn't dominate. You agreed.
Yeah, but the next day, this is not like you.
You agreed. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, but you know why I agreed? Because I was kind of afraid. Yeah. I agree because I was afraid because you don't usually have this kind of energy, and so I'm like, you have to harness this shit. Exactly. Okay then, so what do you want to chat about today? Can I ask you how you're doing?
Yeah, sure.
How's your 7-year-old ear infection?
Yes, okay. I'm taking my medicine every 3. How much have I got? Yeah, I've got about a day to go.
So you're not great at taking medicine by yourself.
Hey, can you see me?
I can see you. You've frozen a tiny bit. What did you do? This does not make for good.
Hello?
I can hear you, but you've frozen.
Ooh.
Can you hear me? I can hear you. Oh, we're having technical difficulties. What did you press? Oh.
Hello?
There we go. Hello.
You froze.
I froze? Oh, you froze.
We all froze. Yeah, it's going fine. It's cool. My because I got that because I was stressing out a lot last week or for a couple of weeks. You helped me down. But I got like ear infection because I was stressing out. And then I had one of my funny turns because I decided to research the ear infection. It's the wrong idea.
Would you like to
Anyway,
explain? You can't
yeah.
You can't be bringing in the term funny turns and not talk to people.
Whenever I say funny turn, I think of Coronation Street for some reason.
I think of Coronation Street too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
I
why.
had a funny turn. Yeah, it's just like my funny turns, as you know, or as I've explained, come from the realization of a situation. So if something's going on, I'll be very calm about it. But when I realize that actually, oh, this is happening, I start to feel really woozy, really nauseous, and it lasts. I get faint. I have to sit down, and then after the faintness goes, I get the sweats. I get clammy palms, as you have experienced, Shan, with me. Yeah, I just get a little funny. Or if I haven't eaten all day and I'm like on my period, and I start to feel like, oh, I need to do, yeah. Some might say it's low blood pressure. I don't know.
Your last turn was so real. Yeah, and you don't like to be spoken to, innit? Like you don't. I can't speak to you when you're...
can't be because I feel like I'm genuinely gonna throw up.
But
and
you look so bad that the natural thing is to say, "Are you okay?"
It's when the sweats come.
Yeah, and you're like, it's so bad. Your last episode was so.
Well, that's when I was with you. I've had more since then.
It was so. I didn't know whether or not you were going to be able to, in time for us having to leave. I didn't know if you were going to be all right.
No, because you have to be in it. But yeah, anyway, I had one of those, and so that was great. But yeah, I've been spending time like just trying to because my anxiety's really gone up. So I'm trying to relax, and as I said to you today, my PlayStation came back on. Or I turned it back. I fixed it or whatever. Universe fixed it, so I was playing my gaming today, which was really nice. But yeah, I've been okay.
It's nice that he's back. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, every day. So it's it's nice when you've been in a very confused, chaotic state, and you can slowly start to feel yourself reconnecting with source. Like it's not that little shift where you're like, oh, okay, yeah. It's so, and I just get emotional sometimes because I'm like, I never want to be away from you.
Yeah, but
it feels so good to be back here finally. And I do, I do feel like I'm sitting in my pain more. Like I'm sitting in that moment of contrast more and letting it dissipate organically, because I feel like that's a really good experience, just to sit in it and not try and run away from it. And it does tend to move quicker. Actually, I watched this woman. I don't know if you've heard about her. I don't know where she's from, but she's Asian in the terms of like Japanese, Korean, Asian. And she has a YouTube channel, but she's this guy called Eckhart Tolle. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. I must have told you about him before. He talks about self, and it's basically your law of the universe, but he has another way of talking about it. I'm currently taking it slow, listening to an interview that Russell Brand has done with him, and he's also been interviewed by Oprah. I've known him for a little while. He's got quite a few books out. I just like the way he talks about certain things. Anyway, he had one of her videos on his YouTube channel, basically, and she was talking about when she was going through a very painful situation, and she was sitting down and she said, you know what, I'd like to go really slow with this. I don't want to feel all of this at once. I want to go really slow. And she said, that's one method of doing it. And she said she looks back in regret, which I don't agree with regret, but she looks back in regret and she says, every now and again, I have moments when I'm doing something normal and it comes back and I'm stuck in it for a little bit and then it goes. And she said, that's what happens when you ask for it to go slow. Because now I'm going to feel this over a longer period of time. And I thought...
It's all right, emotions.
Yeah, she said emotionally, but obviously you put out what you want, innit? You make your request, like you go to Argos, and that's what she put out, and that's what she's getting back. It's slow, so it hits her every now and again. Like it's hit her every now and again for the last year or so. And she said,
but what is hitting her? I don't
her
understand.
emotions on a particular subject that she was feeling. She wanted to go slow because she couldn't feel it all at the same time. It was too much for her. And she said, well, that's what you get for asking for it to go slow and not just sitting in it in the moment and letting it just do what it needs to do and move you and shift you and move on. I thought it was very interesting. Huh? Yeah, I know. I thought it was interesting because I feel like a lot of people are not aware of or don't think about how they handle certain situations, what they're asking for.
Yeah.
In terms of how it wants to come over you, like how you want to handle the contrast. With me, when I see contrast come in, I invite it because I'm like, I know I've created it, and something beautiful always comes out of a moment of contrast. Always. And so now I'm just like, I wonder what is going to happen. I was in contrast this week, and I just thought, I'm going to sit on it. And some beautiful awareness came out. Like, do you know what I mean? So, Ja Rule. Oh, on that note, how is Ja Rule? Anyone heard from him since Fire Island?
I heard about some. Yeah, he's doing other stuff. I think he's doing a show now. Ja Rule. Ja. I like his voice.
Okay, so rappers. The only reason why I am in love, and I'm gonna say in love because I do feel a certain amount of love for you, and I have to tell you about this because I don't know if you know. Common. I just love his voice.
I know he's not talking about
him.
Yeah, I gotta listen to his audio.
Method Man, oh Lord, Method Man is like chocolate, like greater than chocolate over ice cream. It's just like more. But Common wants to get married. So you know what? Common wants to get married.
Yeah, so
that means he's single.
How does that affect you at all? What are you saying it towards
I'm not a red-blooded black Asian woman.
Are you saying you want to go for that?
Let me tell you, Common is the only light-skinned man that I would say yes to at least 4 or 5 times.
I'm asking you, why is this coming up? Are you saying because you want to go?
Listen, just because I haven't met Common yet, it doesn't mean that I should take myself out of the running.
I'm asking you the question. Why would you just answer the question?
Because I'm a woman and I'm attracted to Common.
You're literally asking. You're not hearing anything I'm saying to you. You're getting so defensive that you're not hearing any question.
Okay. What are you saying?
Are you saying it because you're surprised that you thought that he didn't want to get married? Now does want to get married. What are you saying it for?
I can hear you better now. I was watching. Hold on. Let me check my microphone, my thing, because I think you're very low at the moment. It's me. It's not you. It's me.
Oh.
Yes, I was very surprised to hear that Common. I mean, he's single, but he's not like, he's seeing someone. But he, like, Jada said to him, "Get your cameras there. Tell the world what you want." And he was like, "Yes, I'm not married. I'd love to get married. It's the only thing I haven't done, and I'd really like to do it." And he's doing the emotional work to get ready and line up with it. And I was just like, how?
Let me tell you something. When I saw Common in that movie with Queen Latifah, Just Right, I was like,
He wore that suit, like, that was the last.
I liked him before that, but
I liked him before that too, but I think that was like, plus I didn't, you know you see musicians, like rappers in particular, and they're acting, and the first thing I think to myself is, tell me if you think this, how is this happening? Like, how are you?
Well, like, how did they get casted? Money.
Like, I just but like the skill level, because as a performer, obviously it must be easy to transfer into, because when you're a performer, you already have that kind of, I imagine you have that kind of wherewithal, that nature, that awareness where you're like, I can take this and I can build on it. But acting is a very difficult skill in itself. There's a lot of nuances to it. So he's very good. So I'm just like, when did you have the time?
You liked him in John Wick. You liked him in John Wick.
I did like him in John Wick. There was a lot. It's not really anything common has to do for me not to like him, to be honest. His
Yeah,
voice is
he's
amazing.
got a chocolatey voice.
I keep imagining that his dick is really smooth.
His what?
His dick is really smooth. I'll tell you why I say this is because who's that woman that started out on that show when people have to sing and then they go through different rounds? She has red hair and she's married to that rocker. Her name's gone right out of my head. Okay.
Sharon Osbourne.
Yeah, when she was talking about Sean, when Sean was puffy, Diddy, she described him like that. She goes, "I bet you his dick is really smooth," and I thought it was hilarious because I knew exactly what she meant by that.
All right.
I thought it was hilarious because she was just like the kind of way he carries himself, and she was, I bet his dick is smooth. So that has stayed with me, and I bet Common's dick is smooth. Like just.
That's because he's got a bald head, isn't it?
It's so bald!
Like your father.
No, not even like that. It's like he gets him trimmed like every 2 days.
Of course. He's smooth.
And he was wearing pink on that day too, and I was like,
he's lovely. I think he's just lovely.
I found out he was abused. Did you know that as a child?
Yeah, that was a big deal. That when he came out and said that.
Yeah.
A lot of people started to come forward, which is great.
Yeah, it's good. I feel like, when you feel comfortable, when you line up with or you see the value in speaking your truth, in being vulnerable, it just frees up that blockage in you that I think causes the anxiety, which leads to the depression, or the depression, which leads to the anxiety, whichever way you want to see it. In the first place, it's not feeling that level of shame that I will be looked at differently, treated differently, or I am differently, or this situation becomes my identity. There's a blockage there, but truth is vulnerability, because vulnerability equals just speaking your truth. And if you don't feel that block, then you can just be. There's no resistance there, So yeah, but I know there's a lot of men that I'm finding out through watching that show that have been abused.
It's more common.
Go.
It's more common than I realized.
Yeah,
I didn't know how common it was.
You just use common twice.
Common. I don't know why he named it so common. In other news, I've been listening to or watching a lot of Cesar Millan, our shared favorite subject.
I call him Milano. I feel like when I meet him, I'm gonna say, "Is that alright?" He's gonna be like, "Yeah, whatever."
Yes. I've been watching a lot of his.
He's so cute.
He is very cute. So we're both listening to his audio book, which is excellent. It's so good. I listen to that to go to sleep. Not that it's boring or anything.
I might do, yes.
Because it's a subject that I'm super interested in. Him talking about, dogs and stuff like that. I'm just like, it's really good. And then you wake up during the night, you're like, yes. You know what I just see? You've learned a lot. But I found myself, I had like a while ago, I was watching his show. So he did like the Dog Whisperer, I think that was the first one, and he did season 911 or something like that. And I found, and with other dog ones as well, I found myself getting quite anxious when I see the cases, and I'm like, I had to stop myself. And I thought, you need to like watch nicer things, because when you go outside and you see dogs, you're gonna put that anxiety with them. But now I feel more. I've never felt so confident around dogs and their secret language. I've never felt.
Do you feel like?
I really feel like I know what's going on.
You've been let in. Now you're like, oh, okay.
I finally understand that film, The Matrix. I finally kind of understand what's going on. You don't have to explain it to me. I love it, but I never really understood what it was. But yeah, how you finding the book?
I guess if you watch it again now, it would be different. I'm gonna drink some water, so I'm gonna you keep talking, I'm gonna mute my mic. Like how you just do. No, because no one needs to hear the gulpiness of me. Mute my audio. Mute. There we go.
Old woman. You're gonna do it as I ask you the question. It's alright, so I'll just wait for you. Mm? Sublink? Sublink? I can't hear you. I'm so sorry. I can't. I can't hear you. Look how many times you could have drunk your drink. Cheap ass bottle. I have no, I'm not gonna say that. Cheap ass bottle. I haven't
It
watched
told me
Matrix
that
in
I
a
was
long
muted
time.
and that I should unmute it. Isn't it my choice? Don't
I
like that.
don't know, it's not your
Don't like
choice.
that Zoom.
Yeah, how are you finding the audio book
Okay,
and your
first of all,
relationships?
what I love about audio books is what I also love about podcasts. But I feel audio books are a little different because you actually listen. Now, with a podcast, you listen, but if you miss a bit, you want to go back, but it's kind of okay. But with an audio book, you listen. And it's one of those things where you can listen to it anywhere. It's very entertaining. And I find that I've learned a lot about, the secret lives of dogs. And you can apply that knowledge to like relationships and men. And also learn a little bit about you.
Always the men. Oh my god.
It's one of those topics I think even no matter whether you're in a relationship, you want a relationship, or you're coming out of a relationship, you're always talking about men as a woman, and vice versa. But there is a lot of things that he talks about that, like I've always said to you, that you can train men like dogs. There's a lot of similarities there.
Okay.
Not train men in that sense, but do you know what I mean? That you can. There's a lot of similarities.
Okay.
Like
you want to say a couple?
Like treats and no and putting up with certain behavior and
Treats.
being very clear about your boundaries and how dogs see you and what they need you for. That's it. There was a guy, when I was listening to the introduction on my phone, there was a guy who was saying, I've told you this before, that he has applied that knowledge to how he takes care of his kids. And he said he's having wonderful so it's such a wonderful results. So, it's not just me. I would definitely use this book in how I manage my children. Because it's just about being in a pack. It's about pack mentality.
I find that now looking at people, and I'm very gently shading them.
I judge everybody. I judge all dog owners when I see them. But it's just because the more knowledge you get, the more you can understand. I just want to know, do they know what their dog is thinking?
They don't know. No, they don't.
I know what your dog is thinking. But not to the point where I want to say, do you know that when your dog walks in front of you, that your dog sees you as part of his pack and that he's your leader? Do you get that? Yeah. Or do you even care?
I saw someone walk. Yeah, but they'll tell you, oh, my dog misbehaves and my dog is stubborn. And it's like, not your dog. That's the problem. I saw a guy today.
You're applying your human knowledge onto a dog.
He had two, I think, collies. They look like collies or something, and both, obviously like brother siblings, and both the dogs were at the exact same point in front of the owner walking and slightly pulling on the lead. And I thought, that's not right.
It's not.
But I saw on one of Cesar's programs, he did. There was a dog. Sorry, it was a family in America, and I think the dog, every time one of the younger children would come in, this specific boy, the dog would chase him, like hunt him down, chase him. And so they did a DNA test on the dog, and he was 4 different breeds. He was Golden Labrador.
You can get your dog DNA back?
Yeah, you can. Golden Labrador, something called Akita.
Akita's one of the little one with the
hunting dog, because that's what he
looks
said.
A little bit like a fox, but short. That's a beautiful dog.
I don't know.
They all crossbreedy up, but it's a nice one. Yeah, go on.
A collie and a sheepdog. He was all of those 4 breeds. And so Cesar was like,
he doesn't know what to do.
Of course. Yeah. All of his what's it called? all of his instincts is to hunt and to get, but it was a specific boy. I don't know, that's like the ghost thing that we were talking about. That felt like a presence. How are you gonna? That's very stressful for a child to come home and know.
Yeah, I wouldn't enjoy
upstairs.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, but I told you can get doggy earplugs as well. Apparently, dog-friendly earplugs for like when there's fireworks and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd you put that in the
They're just corks.
Yeah, that's for real.
Yeah, apparently it's on his book. But yeah, I feel much more. I feel like I'm doing it the right way because yeah, one day I would like to have a dog, as you know. But I feel like I'm doing it the right way, where I'm learning first and preparing myself and what to do. A dog I know I will never have. Saint Bernard. What's the gallopy ones? What's the big Scooby-Doo ones? The horse
Great Danes.
ones.
Those are like the pinnacle of my favorite dogs. Well, yeah, Great Danes. They're like man size. If they're on their hind legs, they're about 9 feet tall. But they're like the top of that's my true test. From all my knowledge, that's my true test meeting one of those dogs. It's like that dog has the ability to wipe, like starting from my stomach, like at parallel. This is how it is. Pretend this is my stomach, because obviously it's way down there under my boobs. But it does this. This is the fear. It comes and it wipes out Shan completely like this on 2 levels, stomach and head.
All of the modules. All of the
pre-modules, because I haven't seen the Great Dane since the modules. But the power of that dog, it just on 2 levels it wipes out brain, common sense, and fear.
Because you know what? It's because they're tall and they're heavy.
It removes my personality from my body. I can feel me. I've left my body,
they are
and I'm just a shell who needs to not die.
I told you the other day I saw a Great Dane, and it was a bully breed, so like a pit bull mix or something. It was very interesting. It was tall, but it looked like a pit bull. It was very interesting. Had long legs. I didn't find it intimidating, but it was definitely like, wow, this is a whole. Are you alright? You want to go? You see me?
Isn't it? That's where I'm at.
I know. No, it wasn't intimidating, but yeah, a Great Dane is one of those dogs where I actually don't understand how you fit them in your house. Really,
they are very like
they take up all the room.
Yeah, all the room. Space. However, I've seen a Great Dane with this old woman, like she was about 90, and she had a granddaughter and a daughter.
I think I sent you that video. Yeah,
and I was like,
so gentle.
I was like, I think this fear is so in me, like, because that dog was very, very gentle.
But now, okay, you know what kind of what you're doing. It's like I understand.
The next thing for me now is I know where to touch the dog, but the next thing is actually acting on that touch. I have no desire to get to the stage at the moment. I'm patient about it, to be touching a dog, but I know the best place to touch. But the next stage would be actually, do I go for the touch when I know that it's safe and the dog is welcoming me? Will I do it?
Yeah, you'd be good with my neighbour's dog, because I saw it the other day.
Sure. I don't know about this.
And I called his name, and he looked up at me. I was like, ah. But I went straight, because the dog is very chill, and I've met the dog a few times, and I haven't gone over that bit with Cesar yet. If you have to do the no touch, no talk, no eye contact every time. But he was there, and I just put my hand out for him to sniff, and he was like, yeah, fine. And I was like, oh, I put my hand right in his face. But I do know that dog. He's very laid back, very chill. I love those kind of dogs. I'm trying to think I always wonder what kind of dog you would suit. You said a tiny dog. You said like a little one. Because you like cats, and that's that.
I am a serious. I think I like cats to the point where I truly understand them. Like I understand.
Yeah, because we had them.
Yeah. But pre-cat ownership, pre-cat family. I don't like thinking about ownership. Pre-cat family. I liked cats, but I didn't know how to interact or be around them. I couldn't work out how you form some kind of Bond. And I don't know if you, I don't know, you might have been a little young, but when we used to be taken around by mum and dad. I don't know why I'm doing that. Why am I doing that? I know where this came from. Can we talk about that for 1 second?
It's a qualifier.
This was me feeling vulnerable, and
I know,
made a joke out of it, and I should have just went mum and dad.
I think because you thought I was gonna say something.
Maybe.
And I am.
That kind of stuff. That's what I like where I am at the moment. I analyze everything so that I can really truly feel like if I want to continue
that you're self-conscious?
Oh yeah, I am self-conscious. Yeah, but on a higher level. There's a higher level of consciousness.
What have you felt self-conscious about this week? Anything that's been?
Oh, many.
Anything that?
Were you expecting me to say no?
I thought you were going to be like, no, nothing really. I've had a pretty good.
So many things. I want to finish up with the dog thing first, though. But so many things. But I will say that I am exceptionally. I think happy is the wrong word. I use the word happy. I know Abraham, Esther Hicks. She doesn't like the term happy. But for me, happy makes me feel the way I know I feel. Like it's a word that I'm quite comfortable with. And I'm an exceptionally happy individual. I'm happy in every moment. I'm happy in the contrast, and I'm happy outside the contrast. So I've reached different levels. But we'll come back to that. But with the dog thing.
Then I've got something to tell you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell us, isn't it? Is it something you want to tell me on screen?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so when mum and dad used to walk us around, take us around to different people's houses, the majority of people had cats. I don't know if you remember. The majority of the people who went to houses had a cat. And so I would be around cats all the time, especially one particular Asian friend they had. She had Siamese twins, Siamese cats. And the cats were just beautiful, just walking around the living room. But I never understood how you formed, how they weren't just part of the furniture. Like how did they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then
your little mind.
Yeah. I remember. And I always used to get scratched.
I remember going to. I know you will remember this. I feel like this is part of your fears. Going to a house. I don't know whose house it was. But we went to the house and we went inside.
Am I dark? Am I too dark? Am I coming up as dark?
No, you're fine. We went inside and we could hear the Dobermans behind the door. Do you remember? They were barking so loud. She's like, yeah, they're the dogs. And she said they were
very
Dobermans.
Triggering what you're saying. It's very triggering. And you're gonna undo all your work.
I remember and I was like, oh, but now I know. Now I know.
Is that what you're gonna say? Now I know.
Now I know. That if she wasn't a pack leader, because
so the dogs are basically filling in the gaps. Yeah.
Yes.
And I like that about dogs, you know, the fact that they will assess you to see whether or not you're gonna do this job, and then they'll just take over the job. And they may not be suited for it, but they will take over the job because you're now part of their pack. So they'll just take it over. And also they'll take it over because they need a sense of security. And if you're not going to do it, I'll do it. So I like that about them. I think that's a psychology. I like that. Whereas cats are like, we're cool. We don't just put the food down. And even if you don't, if you let us out, we'll be all right. You know what I mean? It's very different.
Yeah. I haven't touched many dogs in my life, but because I'm so used to cats, when I touch a dog, I'm always like, wow, it's so rough. And I stroke the cat. Yeah. I expect to go up, but it's like, oh no,
it's not the same. It's not the same. Yeah, the
I don't know how to stroke a dog, to be honest. Do you stroke dogs, or do you just
I think that's just the benefit of you had so long to literally broaden your knowledge on all things cat. That you stepped like you were outside of it, then you were closer to it, then you stepped inside of it, and then you became it. So like with you and cats, it's very difficult for you to walk. It's very annoying though, but you can't walk past a cat. Like you just can't walk past a cat. Oh, it's annoying.
That's sweet, I guess.
Oh, you frozen again. Hello? You're frozen. If you can hear me. Leave the chat and come back because you've frozen. Hello? Is this me? Wait. Oh no, it's not me, sir. You froze.
Yeah, you froze on mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't walk past a cat. That's very irritating.
Why is it irritating? That's how do
Because
you think
every
those
cat,
are coming up to you now?
cat gets every single cat, no matter what situation we're doing. If
Right.
we're in a hurry,
You're welcome.
going somewhere, it gets your attention.
Think those.
It's not always appropriate.
It's appropriate for me and that cat. They
But
love
we're
my show.
going somewhere.
I'll meet you. And don't make out like I make it that long. You don't like me touching any cat.
No,
You
I
and
don't like you
Margarita.
touching the cat and then trying to hold my hand, which sometimes you do during the day. And I'm like, your hands are not clean. Could you just touch that cat?
I sanitize my hands. I always have sanitizer.
Yeah, but you don't always think of it.
You don't. I do. I always sanitize my hands.
You do always have sanitizer, yeah.
But I always sanitize my hands, but you don't trust the sanitizer. I don't care what you do.
No, I do trust the sanitizer. I just think, like, do you have to always get to the point where you've got to use the sanitizer?
What did I buy it for?
And sometimes you're holding my bag and you're going to touch the cat, and I'm like, can you just not touch my bag with the cat?
If I'm holding your bag, you're welcome. Okay, you can take back the bag. I want to say something to you. I found.
Have we done with the dog thing then? So we can touch some loose ends. Have we done with the dog? Is there anything else you want to say the dog thing so we move on? We navigate.
I don't know. Just move on.
Yeah, but I'm not coming back to this subject. I want to freely go on to the next subject.
Anyway, I saw on YouTube that Dr. Phil is you can get tickets to be part of his virtual audience.
Let's go. Oh.
I tried to go on the page, but it wasn't there, and I don't know what's going on. I'm just putting it out there.
Explain it. What is this?
It's to be a virtual audience for his show.
How is that possible? Is it like an Oprah thing when he's got everyone? Oprah did a show called 100 Fathers every day, or 100 Dads, and she literally had 100 dads on the screen.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So is it like that?
I don't know. I've just seen that today that they're doing tickets for it. I'm going to try and get a ticket.
All right, let me know.
Why? I've told you now. Google.
No, if one of us talks about doing something, it's not for the two of us to do research. It's not Disneyland.
It's up to you. You do what you want.
Do you not want me to be there? Oh, it's virtual. I was like, that's why you don't care. That's why you don't care. I was wondering what.
No, either way, it's Dr. Phil.
No, shut up. Because you know, when you're doing things, you like me to come along. I'm thinking, why does she not? Are you not looking for two? It's virtual. Okay, maybe.
I have to say, I don't know why it's not going. Yeah, you didn't say what kind of dog you'd want.
Okay, so in my mind, you know, I have a thing about wolves. Oh. I'm actually following someone on Plenty of Fish because I don't even understand why you can go on live now and Plenty of Fish. I don't get it. But he's a wolf. So his name is Dax, and he's an actual wolf. So when he talks, his mouth moves. And I just had to follow him because I just like that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's a wolf. He's got red eyes. He's computer generated.
He's a cartoon. Okay.
Yeah, but he's a wolf. But the guy I don't know how the guy's doing it, but he has like a leather jacket. He's got a red eye.
Technology.
He's grey and then black. And he's a wolf. And I just was like, I like this. So I just press favorite and so it comes up now every time he's on live. And I just sit there for a little bit and I watch the wolf talk. So I have a thing about wolves. So I wanted a Malamute. I can't believe I just remembered that. The name of that dog. Malamute or a husky. Now, one of those dogs can be domesticated. The other one, you just shouldn't do it because they've got like so much of a mind of their own that they just don't. Like, you need to be okay with the dog kind of like taking over a little bit. That being said, on a realism, because we learned about the temperament of the dog, right? Some dogs have a high energy, and you need to get. We sound so professional that we could do an actual show. Like, so
let me hear you go. If Cesar Millan ever did a show, if Cesar Millan ever does a show, buy the tickets. I'll pay you back. I'll come in, okay? You don't have to say anything. Just buy me a ticket. I give you money. Let's go.
Cool. You might have a son. You might have the bank. You don't know where we'll be by then. You know what I mean? We could be superstar in this shit. You could be like, and so I guess the Bancroft sisters, we could be superstar in it. You know how when they bring people on,
Yeah. I'm like, eh.
you see it? Can you feel it in a? Can
I'd
you
be
feel that in
scared.
your
I'd be like,
vortex? Can you feel that in your
it's
vortex?
me.
These are ringing us up.
No, I can't actually, to be honest. That's not a thing I desire. Yeah, go on.
No,
In
because
actuality,
if we're superstarring like that, and you've always said you're wearing a dog, who else would you go to for advice?
I'm one of those people that if I can read his book and I can watch his videos, I'm not like, oh, I need to meet him.
As a superstar, come on now.
Oh, of course. He seems cool.
This is lovely.
Anyway, go on. What dog?
Okay, so yeah, so there's that, and then so like you said, it's important to match the energy of the dog with you. And I really like Frenchies. They're just a beautiful looking dog.
Yeah, but that's the act. Do you mean when you meet the personality of the dog?
I don't know if I've met the personality of the dog. I just think they're beautiful to look
The
at.
breed.
Yeah,
When he was talking about, he said, don't get a dog that get a dog that it matches your energy or below. Never get one that goes high.
Yeah.
So there's like number 1, number 2, number 3, and 3 is like the highest.
What did
like
we
they've
say?
got a lot of
We did the
energy.
test, didn't we?
I'm number 1. And they're just very laid back.
I think I was 3. I was 2 or 3, right?
You say you're 3.
Maybe I was a 2, but I know I wasn't a 1. I wasn't where you were.
I'm a 1, definitely.
Anywho, but saying that, since I've had the modules from you, I now like Dobermans. But and in my mind, it's so weird to still say that because Dobermans, Rottweilers, and Great Danes were my 3 top like scale level of dogs.
You literally made a Rottweiler into a Cujo.
Yeah, they were my top. They're my top level fair dogs, right?
But you replaced the actual dog. You replaced the actual dog in Cujo with.
Yeah, I'm not the only one that does that because there was a film with that was Cujo and the dog.
Find it, man. Find it.
I watched it. Anyway, yes, they're my 3.
Where's this Rottweiler coming up?
They're my 3 top level fair dogs, and Great Danes being the first of the 3. So, but since the modules, and realizing that I have met a lot of Dobermans, not knowing they were Dobermans because the ears weren't.
The ears go down.
Yeah, the ears. Yeah. I just think that is what I'm liking as a dog. Isn't it strange? Look at all the work.
Hold on. You said you wanted a husky, but you gave me realistic Doberman.
Because the temperament of the Doberman and the husky is different. The husky, I think it's a husky, the Malamute. I think it's a husky.
But they're bigger dogs, so they're gonna have more energy than a small.
Yeah, but I'm very much. I think that you should get a dog when you have enough room for the dog to be a dog.
No, I'm not talking about room. I'm talking about in terms of the energy of the dog.
Oh yeah. There is that, but I don't know whether or not. I like to think of myself as being quite energetic, but in realism.
Yeah, but are you? That's the point.
Well, with my current situation, with my disability, I've been thinking about walking a dog twice a day. It's just it's not going to happen on a regular basis, and the dog requires.
There was a girl. Sorry.
No,
there was a girl, a black girl. We'll talk about all black girl crimes. A black girl that she had a little dog, little fluffy white dog, and she'd go to work and she'd leave the dog in the pet carrier for 6 hours.
No.
6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, I think.
That's abuse.
Every day, for 5 days a week, she would do that.
Does she like the dog?
She seemed a bit annoying. She seemed very irresponsible, and her
to fit in with your life.
It was really bad though. Like the crate was like cat sized. Not crate.
I don't like crates. I don't agree with them.
It wasn't even a crate. It was a pet. It was a pet, like a pet carrier. She just. So what's the dog?
What's the dog? Why even have the dog?
Do?
I don't agree with crates. I know some people say you should use it as part of the training, the house training for the dog. I don't agree with crates. because the
Why
fact
not?
that I am putting something in something else.
I have to see what Cesar says about that.
Yeah, no, in my head I was like, what did you say? But no, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with crates. I just don't. Because that dog cannot move like it needs to move while I'm out.
Well, okay.
That's like me putting you in a crate.
Oh, I'd love it.
Even
With a
with
blanket in there.
babies, you put babies in a cot so that, they're contained.
But to them, it's a prison.
I
They
know,
don't
I
know.
know. But you put them in a cot so that you can get your business done. They may not be asleep, but you might have like a playpen. You know the playpen.
Yeah, I don't like the idea
But they don't
of
stay
having
in
a
there
dog in a crate all
all
day. I don't
day.
like that. Yeah, I don't like that.
They
The
don't
idea
stay
of
there
having
all
dogs in
day. You
a crate.
take them out eventually, innit? And you like have a tutu playing and you put them to sleep. But
To be fair, sorry.
no, go on.
No, I was just gonna say to you that you made me think of like people not wanting to have their dogs out during the day while they're at work, and the reason why a lot of dogs have that anxiety when their owners leave is because their mentality, their instinct is to be in a pack.
Yeah.
So they're not used to being away from. So when their pack leaves, it's like they want to go after.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Safer in,
But
it's safer in a pack, innit?
I don't like the idea of a dog being. I don't agree with that as well. But I never used to. I'm not saying I'll change my mind on that, but I never used to agree with those kill shelters as well. And now I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Oh, you did not want to see what I saw the other day.
What are you
You know the
about?
shelters where they pick up the dogs and then they after a while they'll kill them.
After 7 days, yeah.
Yeah, I never used to agree with that, and then I saw a different perspective of it, which is that they do kill them, which obviously no, I don't like, but there's nowhere else for them to go. So when they're picked up, they are put there. Otherwise, there would be no other line of defense. No, there's nothing else to take them in. But this, I was watching the Victoria Stilwell one, and she was trying to get. A lot of people want to breed their dogs. They just think they can just do it. And she was saying to them, look, there's enough dogs in shelters that need help, need this and that. And he just wouldn't budge. So they took him to the shelter and they showed him and he was like, They were like, look, the puppies are here, the dogs are here. And they were like, yeah. And I feel like Victoria's like, he hasn't seen enough. So they went to the fridge where they keep the bodies after they have euthanized them, and I've never seen that before.
Wait, why would they have a fridge?
They have to keep, when they euthanize, they have to keep them until they can go on to the next thing. I guess they burn them or something. And so the guy, after that happened, the guy was like, yeah, if I want a puppy, I'll come here and the puppy. I'm not gonna.
Sometimes you need to see the realism of.
I've never seen that before. Body bags.
I would like to not need to see that. I saw this. There's a shelter in some part. There's these shelters that people are trying to get shut down, where they gas the cats.
Yeah. Is it a kill shelter?
But there's a few of them. There's quite a few of them in America who take that method and they put all the animals in the same at the same time because it's kind of like cost effective. But when they've done that, they have to bring all the bodies out and lay them out because obviously they've got to be transferred, and the amount of little beings that lose their life in one go in such a manner where they're being gassed. First of all, it's not humane. It's just not.
It may not be humane.
No, gassing means that you didn't have any air at one point. You didn't have any air, so it's not like you've been euthanized and like you kind of fall asleep because the drugs working.
I understand. It may not be humane, but I think without knowing all of the details, I think a lot of people like to talk about what is and isn't humane.
That is not humane.
When they're not involved with what's actually going on. So let's say, for example, that shelter is going under because there's not enough donations coming in, and so they're using a cheaper way of euthanizing the animals. I'm not saying I agree, but I'm saying it's one thing for people to say it's not humane, and it's another thing for people to, after they've said that, go about their business and not look into helping that place become humane and give funds and volunteer there so that it becomes a place. Maybe And I'm not,
I get
like I said, I'm
you.
not agreeing,
But
but
if
maybe
you
yeah.
if you don't have the money to run a shelter in that way, then don't run a shelter.
But it's
That's how I see it.
also
Why you gotta do it?
because maybe to them it's an okay way to do it.
Yeah, but
Maybe
how is
to
it
them, if it's not
okay
unlocked,
when you know that the animal went through at least 10 to 15 minutes of pain and panic
I
for
don't
you
know.
to be trying to say there's too many animals?
There's a
Like,
lot of things that are
there's
not
ways
okay
to
that
do
are
a
still
lot,
legal.
but a lot of these shelters, people are
You'd
trying to
have to
actually get these
legalize it.
people are trying to get these shelters shut down because
You'd have
it's
to
just
legalize
it's
it because
horrific. When
people
you
will do
watch it, it's
whatever they want to
horrific.
do.
They will do whatever
Yeah,
they want
I'm
to do,
sure
and
it
they
is.
still receive money for it. Like you get
I'm
money,
not
they
agreeing
receive
with
money
it.
for it.
I'm
But
not agreeing with
like,
it at all.
I just feel like sometimes as human beings, I just feel like I don't even know why the thought
You
process
kind
of
of
a
just
human
take the
being
piss. You take the piss.
is
Like I
so
used to be,
I don't
like
get it. I don't know what to
when
say.
I see pit bulls, I understand why people have the reaction to pit bulls that they do. Even though they're my favorite, I still have a little bit of anxiety, and it's because of what you've
They've been stigmatized, isn't
showed.
it? Yeah.
And I saw a story the other day a few months ago about no, and it's on Cesar's book as well, where there was a dog that was like a therapy dog for this disabled guy in England, and because he was in the bully breed, they picked up the dog and took him. And so apparently there was an international petition. The dog hadn't done anything. The dog was, but they ended up killing the dog because he was of that breed. And it's always about blaming the dog and not the people who have made that reputation for the dog. So, yeah.
The book is called, if anyone's sitting here saying, why won't these individuals say the name of the book? I was going to call us bitches, but I didn't know how you felt about that. Feel free to comment on what I just said.
I'm listening.
I said I was going to call us bitches, but I didn't know how you felt about that.
You know how I feel about it.
I don't know.
I do know. I do not mind.
I'm looking for the name here on Audible. It's such a good book. He's got quite a few books in here. This one, I think it's a short book. It's called.
It's really good. It's excellent.
It's called Cesar Millan's Short Guide to a Happy Dog: 98 Essential Tips and Techniques. And he's on the front cover with a blue jumper, and he's got an actual British bulldog. It looks like a British bulldog between his arms. That's what it looks like, people. Okay.
It's a great book. It's not him talking on it though.
It's not him talking, and I would have loved to have his
voice.
voice.
But that doesn't spoil the book. But I would have loved to have heard his voice as well. The guy talking on it is really good.
He's not Latino-y enough though. Right, Cesar is Mexican.
It's clear though.
Have a little bit more of a twang. Caesar's so cute. Okay, what would be your breed? Oh wait, no, we did do the test. I was a water something, wasn't I? I was a water. I was one of those King Charles dogs. You know what I'm talking about when I say King Charles? That's how I remember.
Yeah,
them.
King Charles.
Yeah, I think I ended up, and I was like, I want one of those dogs.
Yeah, we did it was a personality test.
We did do the test.
Yeah.
I'm not one, but
dogs I didn't care for.
Yeah, dogs that. No, I think I really just enjoy the look of a Frenchie, and so I could bring myself down from a dog of a certain size to a Frenchie, and I think I like cats, so around a cat size probably. If I really was to be in tune with who I am,
yeah, really, I think you do like cat size.
Yeah, it would be cat size, but also part of me is like I like the idea of a taller dog.
Why?
Because I feel like I have so much knowledge now that I could manage that.
Yeah. All right. So what? Okay, let me test you. What's the first thing you do?
Modules. Are you gonna tell me about your modules? Or are you gonna take it for another day?
Why am I got? Does Beyonce tell you about her next song? Just comes out of it. She lets the people talk for her. Okay.
Let me tell you something. I'll put me through a modular system. I actually appealed to her and asked her if she could help me. Because I got to a point where I was like, I would like to no longer feel this level of play.
What actually happened?
Let me tell my story. You can tell people when it's your turn. This is how I remember it. And I'm giving you the slight version. because I don't quite remember. But and she put me through some modules. I'm still working on them. I think I've got one more module to go in it. But
Cesar is the last module. I told you.
Oh, Caesar's last module. So, like, since probably around the age of 6, I have a dog story that I could tell you that doesn't end well. And I usually get hurt or I'm put in a position of high anxiety. And it's just stayed with me. And as someone who used to do a lot of running pre-disability, I used to run a lot in the park. And obviously, that's where dogs live when they're not in their actual homes. So every time I used to go to the park, I'd have re-anxiety. And a lot of black people don't like have a problem with dogs as well. I saw this black woman the other day. She literally came off of one carriage because she saw the dog at the corner of her eye and went to the next carriage. So yeah, I wanted to move past it, and I had done for some time. I've lowered my scare level from about 25,000 to about 14,000, just kind of doing certain chants because Esther Hicks, Google Esther Hicks. Let me try to explain who she was. She had this technique where when you meet a dog, you just say, huh?
Who she was.
Oh, sorry, who she is. I'm just not going to explain it. It will take time. But she said there's this chant you can say, like, this is the nicest doggy ever, this is the nicest doggy ever. So basically, you're radiating the vibrations you want to get back, and it worked. But I needed more. And OJ gave me more, and I tell you.
Yeah, but you didn't ask me to do it.
I did. I came to you and I said, can you like teach you what to do?
No, this is from when I used to send you the pictures.
My story is never the same as mine.
If you remember things your way. You know when I used to send you the pictures through Pinterest?
I'm sleepy.
Yeah, we're going in a minute. And I used to send you the pictures through Pinterest. And yes, of course. I done a lot today. I done a lot. I had to chop up my boxes. I switched up my floor.
I did a lot today too. Just trying to pack it up.
Do my maintenance.
Thing.
Oh my
God. It took some time. Go on. You got 2 things to talk about. You've got to finish this off and tell me the thing you wanted to tell me because you said this earlier up.
Oh, that was a Dr. Phil thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go on.
It was just when I was sending you videos and
you could have left it as my story.
And Pinterest.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna leave it just now. You apparently got to finish stuff. Pinterest. I was devising a plan to get you better with dogs. So when I used to send it to you, I would send you certain things.
Okay. And your first thing that undercover.
Yeah, I know, but your thing was that dogs and cats cannot get along.
Yeah, this is my whole thing. Yeah, because I was like, I never understand when I see dogs and cats in a home that seems to be harmonious.
No, you said to me, you literally said to me that you've never seen it and that it cannot happen.
I've seen it.
And I said to you, no,
I've seen it.
And I sent the video.
I've seen, yeah. Did that video with the woman, with the little girl with the 12,000 dogs?
I don't know. No, it
and she's literally just, the dogs are just waiting for her to come on, and there's a cat behind her.
Yeah, they're pit bulls. Oh my God. I saw, okay, just quickly, nature versus nurture. I saw a video of a dog who was raised by cats. So basically, there's cats. Okay, again, he's in a house, but there's cats. So the cats are his pet leaders, basically. And so the owners will come into the kitchen and he'll be sitting on top of the fridge, on top of the counter, on top of the...
Wait, how does one find it? How does one find
it? On YouTube. It's black or white dog. So the cats will be on the counter, he's on the counter. They'll come in and he's on top of the fridge because he's learned from that. And I was just like, that is like, they're his pack. Amazing
to me.
It's amazing. But yeah. The modules have helped.
Yeah, the modules helped a bit. Yeah, so because I really love cats, and I know that at some point I'm going to want to open up my home again to a cat. But I also like this idea of having experiencing what it's like to have a dog. Like this relationship with a dog is different. Like it's completely different.
Oh yeah.
And I yeah, you can willingly.
Yeah, she come with you. Like, oh yeah, come on then.
Want to come, okay. And I feel it's an experience that I would like, but in my heart I'm like, how can a dog and cat live together? I don't want to come home and half of my cat's in the fridge
did not
and half of it's in the living room. No, because I didn't.
That could happen.
I didn't, because for years. But that's how that's what
yes, that's true.
We're just told that cats and dogs can't get along.
Yes. That
But
is
I've
true.
seen it in a couple of houses and not really. I've always felt like that pet owner is not being responsible, because at any time she can come home and that cat has been annihilated.
No, it's just
But
like,
apparently it's just the temperament of the dog. Not all dogs
no, it's
are
not the
prey
temperament
led.
of the
It
dog
is. It's prey
necessarily.
led.
It's not. Oh, okay.
That's my word for it. Prey led. But it's not the right word.
All
You know
right.
what I mean? Like when it
Fair
chases
enough.
certain things. Why you let me? You must really be tired.
I am sleepy. I am sleepy.
To
You know,
go.
it's a different energy.
What should I
It's a
call
different
this?
energy on the podcast.
I know. What should I call this episode? As like 35,000 minutes of it was just dog related.
Oh yeah, you can call it. What's that movie called?
Yeah.
There's something of dogs and cats and dogs. Remember that
Oh,
comedy?
I know what you're talking about. I
It
don't
was
know what it's
Uma
called though.
Thurman. There's something of cats and dogs. You can call it that if you want. Yeah, I really want to get on that virtual audience though. That would be great.
Yeah, that would be interesting. We'll look into that. How are you doing generally though? How is let me
Yeah,
wrap this
fine.
up with a little bit of COVID talk, because I think that we've actually never talked about COVID, and I don't
Right,
think we're going to
cool.
do it fully now because everyone are tired. But how have you
Yeah.
been? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright. I learned to be myself now.
I'm sorry.
Oh look, froze again.
Sorry.
Oh, this is fun.
You're
Wait,
frozen.
disconnect and reconnect.
We can hear you, but you're frozen. Oh, she's disconnecting herself and reconnecting. I'll tell you how I find COVID. Fucking hard. It was fucking hard emotionally, and it's only now. Oh, can you hear me? Stop humming, because I'm talking. Okay. Yeah, it was hard. COVID was difficult. And
Oh,
I'm
have
just
you
like,
been talking all that time?
yes, I was asking you not to hum.
I couldn't hear you. You're frozen.
Okay, we could hear you humming. You sounded very good. Sounded like that white guy who has a mic.
Do you press leave?
No.
You just wait for it to go. Okay.
No, because from my end you've frozen, so it's something that you have to deal with.
Oh, I don't do anything.
Oh, don't you come out and go back in?
No, it just does it automatically.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoom.
How are you finding things now?
Oh, much better. I've really learned to be on my own, like, and to just like it to be a natural thing where I don't feel lonely the way I used to. I still feel it a little bit, but it's like completely different. Yeah, I'm alright. I think it's more like just remembering when I go outside, remembering not to stand next to people. Because I just forget, and you know I don't. But people are so much more relaxed now, which is really nice.
It's
They're like
nice,
kind
but
of like,
it's weird, isn't it?
I like it. I don't. It just feels normal to me. But I was never like trying to avoid people, and it's that thing of now you've got to kind of like adapt now. So you have to always have like a mask in your bag. Like sometimes I go out for my walk and I'm like, oh, what if I just jump to the bus? I'm like, oh no, I can't just jump.
Yeah, you haven't got that sense of spontaneity now.
Yeah, you just got to be a bit more prepared, I guess. But
you found a routine.
What's the routine?
No, have you found a routine?
Yeah, COVID didn't really affect me. I mean, it did. I think it affected every single person, but it didn't affect me in terms of I wasn't fearful. I just kind of continued doing what I was doing, and you know, I had to have my. Actually, I think they want to come in and change my radiators. But anyway, they came in and checked my boiler. Yeah, I'll let them do it. It's not. Yeah, I don't feel about it the way that you do.
No. So I told you someone tried to knock on my door on Sunday, some contractor, and I'm like, yo, there's Corona. And also it's Sunday.
My Corona.
Exactly. But the thing is, it's interesting how I know how I started when I first heard about this and where I've ended up here. And it's such a transition between, like, I realized that I lost. Like, I was so like, it's over there to me. I'm going to be here. I'm not going to listen to it or watch anything. I'm going to just do what I need to do, to be at the point where not every week, but every now and again I would tap in when Boris is talking about this new thing to see where we're at. And I think maybe the environment, because it changed so quickly, that it was it's so intense. You know what I mean? It's so like it's so so everywhere. Just where I was to where I am now is completely different. But I have to tell you, I'm over. Oh, she's like that again. I am over. Just starting to get over wiping everything
Stay
down.
silent this time.
Baby, you did good. Just started to I'm sort of over wiping things down, but also thinking I've gone with the majority of my life not washing any of the things that I buy from, like food that I buy from stores. Why didn't I ever do that? so like, yeah.
I tell you the travesty. All this time waiting for McDonald's to open back up, and they open back up, but they're not doing milkshakes. I don't understand that.
I don't understand.
I don't understand what the milkshake machine had to do anything.
Yeah, why is it? Oh, because of the milk.
Maybe they couldn't get the delivery for something. I don't know.
Yeah, they can't get the milk. But doesn't it come? Do they make it in the store? They make
and
the
it's ice
thing.
cream anyway. It's ice cream.
I don't get that. To me, I feel like you shouldn't open up unless you can offer every food that you usually offer. Have you seen it? Have you seen a McDonald's though? Have you seen what it's like?
I haven't been. No, I haven't been past one.
I
haven't been past one, but
terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. There's like 3 people in there at a time, sitting down and eating. There's a guy at the door who stands by the door now. He works there, but he's not the security guard, just a member of staff. And he's got a face mask. And you're like, where would I want to enter any eatery that you're wearing a face mask? Yeah, but they will.
I had to make a huge decision because Krispy Kreme was offering if you bought a donut, you get a free donut if it was your birthday during quarantine. I was like,
how would
I was sick.
Like that.
I just saw it on I saw it in my newsfeed. Those are the kind of things I like to hear about.
There's a lot of COVID birthdays, but there's a lot of people born in May. So like a lot of people born in May.
Yeah. I was like, it's a huge decision. But I didn't go because of COVID. I didn't go because I wasn't feeling well. I had ear infection. That was difficult.
You should tell me your birthday now and see what they say.
No, because it was just for those 2 days. No, just for that 2 days.
I get you.
Yeah. Oh, Shan, I'm sleepy.
Yeah, I'm sleepy too. Now, what's the timer? How did we do?
Okay, Google. How long on the timer? She said 21 hours. I think she did it wrong. She said, I think she did it wrong.
I think you asked her wrong. You have to ask her how much time is left on the timer.
Okay, Google. How much time is left on the timer? 21 hours. I know how to use Google. Thanks.
So when you set the timer, what did you ask her to set?
What happened was when I set the timer, you started talking, and I was like, because I couldn't hear if you got it right. But then I heard her say 15 minutes, and I was like, oh, okay, it got it. So I don't know. I was like, you didn't see me, didn't hear me. I was like, okay. I couldn't check to make sure. I was like, oh, 15. Okay, yeah, she got it. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we would have just been talking for the next 20 hours. Okay, no problem.
All right. Oh, that really made me laugh. I spat all over the place. Okay. All right, cool. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Again, as always, we hope you're staying sane and you're doing okay. If you want to respond to anything we talked about today, especially all y'all dog lovers or people who want to get dogs, it's really nice to be able to have a conversation with individuals. I realize there's some things that I just don't talk to my friends about. There's like literally 98% of the things that I'm interested in. I don't talk to my I don't talk about dogs. I don't talk about stuff. Anyway, yeah, so if you're on YouTube, please feel free to leave a comment whenever you watch this, or if you want to leave us a voice message, you can do that by downloading the Anchor app and finding us and leaving us a voice message. Failing that, we're on Instagram, right?
Yeah, we're on Instagram.
We're on Instagram, which we have not updated for a while, but that doesn't mean we can't get to it if you leave us a message or it's
because we're 1s and 2s.
We get it. What does that mean?
In dog world or 1s and 2s.
Yeah, we're completely different temperament. All right, guys, stay.
You don't know what I'm talking about. Why are you trying to get in on it?
I do know you talked about the personality test.
But what you said? We're completely different temperament. As to
Yeah,
what?
as in energy levels in 1s and
To
2s.
what?
In terms of
Yeah, to
dogs.
what? Yeah,
In terms
but
of
you said what in reference to what did you mean? We're
that
completely
you're a
different.
1 and I'm a 2.
That's not what I was saying.
Well, I should have said that because it would have been a lot of sense. It would have been that foreshadowing shit you talk about.
No, it wasn't. That's not how
Okay,
foreshadowing
explain.
works.
What were you talking about?
Nah, it's fine.
What? I was ending the podcast and you made it.
You're like, what's the story about? She's
And now you're not going to
like,
explain what you meant.
that's right.
And that's why you're number 1. Or sometimes you're number 2.
No, Shan.
Figure that
I
out.
think we found that today. You said you were number 2.
Figure that out. Sometimes you're
You're
number 2. Figure
I
that
love number
out.
2s.
All right.
Number
Take care,
2's
peeps,
great.
and we'll tune in. We'll catch up with you soon. Bye.
Bye. Shan loves number 2s.
I'm just gonna cut that out. So I don't know what you have to keep doing.